everyone, and welcome to my new photo talk series of Random Picks. A new space entirely dedicated to books I randomly pick for whatever reason they catch my attention. Today's book is titled Skip by photographer DAVID NEWSOM, printed in 2005, Perceval Press. Skip is an autobiographic story about David Newsom's older brother Lloyd, nicknamed Skip. Lloyd was born with severe learning disabilities and grew up away from his family for a long time. For those of you who are not familiar with David Newsom, he's an American actor, producer, fine art photographer, mostly known for things like CSI, Orange is the New Black, Boys, and as a fine art photographer, he's a long-term collaborator of Viggo Mortensen's project Perceval Press.
This is quite a small and portable 9x6 inches hardcover book, with a very simple layout spread over 41 pages including the acknowledgement. All the pictures in the book are presumably shot in color film, and they are alternated by intimate and touching writings through which the author tells the story of his older brother Lloyd and the relationship with his family. All of this with a great deal of sensibility and involvement. The story is set in New Jersey and is narrated from the point of view of a 9-year-old kid who has just got in contact with an older brother he has barely seen for many years. An odd and clumsy man grown up with learning disabilities outside of home and who is coming back into a family that is slowly falling apart. Among some of the themes that occur in this book, we find the struggle of living a life with disabilities and the ways in which this condition had drastically influenced the family environment and any attempt to genuine brotherhood. Moreover, what emerges from this reading is the peculiar dichotomy between loneliness and companionship, linked to the challenges of growing up with disabilities that affect any kind of social interaction. Lastly, this book is permeated by a genuine feeling of love that manifests itself through acceptance and understanding of such a difficult but also unique and somehow beautiful condition. A condition lived far away from everything and everyone, in a place of intimacy where the interaction with the outer world are not played upon the common ground of straight understanding, but instead on a more deeper and extremely personal space of emotional exchange between Skip and everyone else.
The book is a very nice piece of art, and it's structured on a chronological narrative line that goes from the time when he comes back from the care house to the time when his mom dies and they move to a group home in the Teton Valley.
The title of these pictures refer to the first time Skip went out for a picnic with his family. We see him in the wide outer world exploring its vastness, not by walking around on his feet, but through looking at a map. Instead of enjoying a swim in the lake, which we see in the background, he is still wearing his clothes, including very long white socks and sandals. He's focused on his visual exploration of the map and barely fitting in the small camping chair he's sitting on, as he barely fits in the outer world he happened to be thrown in. This same feeling of being out of place is perfectly represented by the choice of the photographer to place him right on the foreground, framed and almost caged by the edges of the picture. His long figure is compressed and stands out of the tight background behind him like he has been glued on. From the picture on the left, we can see how Skip's clothes give us information about his not so young age, but what is interesting here is how his outfits contrast with what Barthes would probably indicate as the punctum of the image, his toy watch. This watch tells us more about Skip and his personality than anything else would. The picture to the right is somehow entirely different from all the others in the book. An incredibly warm red light comes from the window in front of him and brutally reveals the man living inside, exposing his deep, troubled and layered consciousness. This is the most emphatic portrait of him, the one through which we can enter his world, through which we find ourselves and our common struggles as human beings depicted right on his face. And there it is, the mystery of life outlined naked on a sickening yellow wall. A wall as sick as our darkest time. Recurring images of turtles are found along with the reading. They are mostly photographed from a low angle, erecting against the clouds. Looking at the characteristics and features of this flower, it is interesting to see how they resonate with the personality and condition of Skip. These flowers are characterized by having leaves with sharp prickles on the margins and all over the plant's body. The function of these prickles is to protect the plant from being eaten by herbivores. Not particularly attractive and fragile standalone flowers, the Tercels is a great representation of Skip's condition. The mood of the pictures and overall feeling take us straight into his psyche, allowing us to look at the world through the window of his own emotional innerscape. This last picture is the one from which the cover of the book comes from. The vignettes around the corners create a feeling of continuous distance and a sort of emotional spiral that finally take us away from Skip, leaving him alone, standing thoughtful and looking far away at something we will never be able to see. Something that belongs to the land of ice and cold and beauty we are not allowed to walk through.
Overall, it is a very nice book, and I thought it was worth to share with you. It's not sophisticated at all, and it's definitely able to tell the story it wants to tell. And it got me emotional a few times throughout the reading. Although I really like the story, the attitude and the sensibility of this book, as well as the cover and the writings inside, I felt it was a little bit too repetitive at times. I thought the author could have spent this time to say a little bit more about the narrator's feeling, which is something I really missed and I've been left curious about. That is it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like if you like this video, and please do let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. And yeah, that's all. Thank you. See you at the next random pick.